Today we are going to discuss about the questions on ServiceNow. Coming to the first question, what are ServiceNow's core ITSM modules? ServiceNow's core ITSM IT service management modules include incident management. It handles unplanned interruptions and restores normal services. Problem management identifies the root cause of incidents and provides solutions to prevent recurrence. Change management controls changes in the IT environment to minimize disruption. Request management manages user requests for services and items via the service catalog. Knowledge management provides a repository for documentation, FAQs, and best practices. Configuration management CMDB it tracks IT assets and their relationships. Second question, what is the purpose of the service catalog in ServiceNow? The service catalog allows users to request IT services and products in a structured manner. It provides a self-service portal for employees to access predefined offerings like software installations, hardware procurement, or access requests. It automates workflows for approvals and fulfillment, reducing manual efforts and improving user satisfaction. What do you mean by the term application in ServiceNow? Application is a group of modules that provides related information. For example, a change application provides information related to the change process. It consists of modules like create change tickets, view change tickets, etc. Fourth question, what is the latest ServiceNow user interface and when it was released? The latest user interface is the UI14 interface. It came in the Eureka release. What is the full form of CMDB? Configuration Management Database. What is the CMDB baseline? CMDB baselines help to understand and control the changes that have been made to a configuration item after its baseline has been created. The baseline is the snapshot of a CI. Seventh question, how to enable or disable an application? Navigate to the Application Menus module under the System Definition application. Open the respective application that requires enabling or disabling. Set active as true to enable it or set active to false to disable it. Eighth question, what is a view? The answer, the view defines the arrangement of fields on a form or a list. For one single form, we can define multiple views according to the user preferences or requirements. Ninth question, what is the ACL? An ACL is an access control list that defines what data a user can access or how they can access it in ServiceNow. 10th question, what do you mean by impersonating a user? How is it useful? Impersonating a user means that you can log in into the system as that user and can feel how the ServiceNow UI is set for that user. This is very useful while testing. For example, if you are requested to test whether a user can access the change form or not, you can impersonate that user and can test instead of logging out from your session and logging in again with that user's credentials. 11th question, what is the parent table for the incident, change and problem? Task table. The answer is tasks table. 12th one, what is a record producer? A record producer is a type of catalog item that allows users to create task-based records from the service catalog. For example, you can create a change record or problem record using a record producer. Record producers provide an alternative way to create records through the service catalog. 13th question, what is a directory override? Dictionary overrides provides the capability to override several properties of a field in an extended table. For example, a change table is extended from the task table. There is a field named status in the task table and set as read only. When we use this field in a change form, it will show to be read only. we can set this to non-read only by using the dictionary override. Similarly, there are other properties that can be set for the fields in an extended table. Coming to the 14th question, what do you mean by coalescing? Coalesce is a property of a field that we use in mapping. When we set the coalesce as true for a field mapping, it signifies that this field will work as a unique key. If a field match is found with the coalesce field, then the existing record will be updated with the imported information in the target table. Else, a new record will be inserted into the target table. 15th question. What is a UI policy? UI policies are alternatives to client scripts. It can be used to set a field as mandatory, read only, and visible on a form. You can also use UI policy for dynamically changing a field on a form. 16th question. What is a data policy? The answer: data policy checks the mandatory and read only status of a field whenever a record is inserted or updated through a web service or import set. For example, if a mandatory field in the incoming record from import set or website is empty, then the data policy will not allow inserting that record into the table. 17th question. What is the difference between UI policy and data policy? UI policy acts when a record is inserted or updated through a ServiceNow UI, that is, ServiceNow forms, while data policy acts whenever a record is inserted or updated into the database through enemy. Coming to the 18th question. What is a client script? Client script sits on the client side, the browser, and runs there only. Types of client script are on load, on submit, on change, on cell edit. 19th question. How can you cancel a form submission through client script? In the on submit function, return false, next line, function on submit, parenthesis, return false. 20th question. What is a business rule? A business rule is server-side scripting that executes whenever a record is inserted, updated, deleted, displayed, or queried. The key thing to keep in mind while creating a business rule is when and on what action it has to execute. You can run the business rule on display, on before, or on after an action, that is, insert, delete, or update is performed. 21st question. Can you call a business rule through a client script? Yes, you can call a business rule through a client script by using glide ajax. 22nd. What is a glide record? Glide record is a Java class that is used for database operations instead of writing SQL queries. 23rd. What do you mean by data lookup and record matching? Data lookup and record matching feature helps to set a field value based on some conditions instead of writing scripts. For example, on incident forms, the priority lookup rules sample data automatically sets the incident priority based on the incident impact and urgency values. Data lookup rules allow specifying the conditions and fields where they want data lookups to occur. 24th. What is an updated set? An updated set is a group of customizations. It captures the customization or configuration changes made by a user, and then these update sets can be moved from one instance to another. For example, if we made some configuration changes in our development environment and want some changes in our test environment, then we can capture all the changes in an updated set. Twenty-fourth question. What is an updated set? An updated set is a group of customizations. It captures the customization or configuration changes made by a user, and then these update sets can be moved from one instance to another. For example, if we made some configuration changes in our development environment and want some changes in our test environment, then we can capture all the changes in an updated set and move this update set to the test environment instead of doing changes manually in a test environment. 25th question. What is a SysID? A unique 32 character GUID that identifies each record created in each table in ServiceNow. 26th question. What is LDAP integration and its use? LDAP is the lightweight directory access protocol. It is used for user data population and user authentication. ServiceNow integrates with LDAP directory to streamline the user login process and to automate the creation of users and assigning them roles. Twenty-seventh question. How to set a field unique on the table? Go to that respective field dictionary and set the unique checkbox to true. 28th. What is a data dictionary? The data dictionary defines every table and field in the system. It contains information about a field's data type, default value, dependency, and other attributes. 29th. What happens when a user makes some changes to the home page? The answer: when a user makes some changes on the home page, that page is saved as their personalized home page instead of updating the actual home page. For example, the home page name is Incident Overview. When a user makes some changes to it, the page is saved as My Incident Overview and is only visible to that user. 30th question. What role is required to create or update ACL? Security_admin. 31. How can you check which ServiceNow instance node you are working on? Go to System Diagnostic, then the statistics page will open where you can get the details of the node and the instance on which you are working. 32. How to enable or disable the pie chart labels? To enable or disable the labels in the pie chart, set the property glide.ui.chart.py.labels to true or false. 33. What is an installation exit? Installation exits are customizations that exit from Java to call a script before running back to Java. Navigate to system definition, installation exits. Some installation exit names: brackets login, logout, validate password, external authentication are reserved and cannot be changed. Other installation exits can override these with a custom script that replaces the script in the default installation exit. 34. What is an import set? Import sets is a tool used to import data from various data sources and then using TR form maps map the data into ServiceNow tables. The import sets table acts as a staging table for records imported. 35. What is a TR form map? A TR form map forms the record imported into the ServiceNow import set table to the targets table. It also determines the relationships between fields displaying in an import set table and fields in the target table. What do you mean by foreign record insert? A foreign record insert occurs when an import makes a change to a table that is not the target table for that import. This happens when updating a reference field on a table. 37. Which searching technique is used to search a text or record in ServiceNow? Zing is the text indexing and search engine that performs all text searches in ServiceNow. 38. What does the client traction timings plugin do? The client traction timings plugin enhances the system logs by providing more information on the duration of tractions between the client and the server. By providing information on how time was spent during the traction, performance issues can be tracked down to the source by seeing where the time is being consumed. 39. What is an inactivity monitor? An inactivity monitor triggers an event for a task record if the task has been inactive for a certain period of time. If the task remains inactive, the monitor repeats at regular intervals. 40. What is domain separation? Domain separation is a way to separate data into brackets and optionally to separate administration by logically defined domains. For example, a client XYZ has two businesses and they are using ServiceNow's single instance for both businesses. They do not want users from one business to see the data from the other business. Here, domain separation can be configured to isolate the records from both businesses. 41. How can you remove the remember me checkbox from the login page? You can set the property glide.ui.forgetme to true to remove the remember me checkbox from the login page. 42. What is HTML sanitizer? The HTML sanitizer automatically CLE up HTML markup in HTML fields to remove unwanted code and protect against security concerns such as cross-site scripting attacks. The HTML sanitizer is active for all instances starting with the Eureka release. 43. Which table is used in ServiceNow to audit changes to records? ServiceNow uses the sys_audit table to audit changes to records. 44. What is the schema map? The schema map displays the details of tables and their relationships in a visual manner, allowing administrators to view and easily access different parts of the database schema. 45. What is a dashboard? The dashboard is a visual collection of reports and analytics presented as KPI scorecards and indicator summary tabs. 46. What is the scorecard? A scorecard can be used to measure the performance of an employee or a business process. It is a graphical representation of progress over time. A scorecard belongs to an indicator. The first step is to define the indicators you want to measure. Scorecards can be enhanced by adding targets, breakdowns, aggregates, and time series. 47. What do you mean by indicators in performance analytics in ServiceNow? Indicators, also known as metrics, business metrics, or KPIs, are statistics that businesses track to measure current conditions and forecast business trends. 48. How to set the default value of a date field to the current date time value. Go to the dictionary of the representative date time field and set the default value as javascript.gs.now date time. 49. What is client traction timing? Client traction timing provides more information on the duration of tractions between the client and the server. This requires activating the plugin Client Traction Timing plugin. 50. What is a set workflow function? The set workflow (E) function enables or disables the running of business rules that might normally be triggered by subsequent actions. Parameters: E, a boolean variable that, if true, default enables business rules and if false, disables them. 51. What does the set force update function do? Set force updates the record even if there are no changes on the record. What is the significance of set limit (n) function? Set limit n function limits the number of records to query by glide record. 53. Can you update a record without updating its system fields? Brackets like sys_updated by sys_updated on. Yes, you can do it by using the auto sysfields function in your server side scripting. Whenever you are updating a record, set auto sysfields brackets false. 54. How to get the row count in a glide record? By using the get row count function, you can retrieve the number of rows. 55. What is the difference between delete multiple and delete record? Delete multiple deletes multiple records according to the current where clause but does not delete attachments. Delete record deletes a single record. 56. How to restrict users from uploading an attachment in ServiceNow? Navigate to System Properties, Security. In the Attachment Limits and Behavior section, locate the property glide.attachment.role. Enter one or more roles separated by commas. Any roles listed in this property can upload attachments. Click Save. 57. How to disable attachments on a specific ServiceNow table? Go to the dictionary of the table and add no underscore attachment to the attributes field. 58. What is the significance of the cascade variable checkbox in the order guide? The cascade variable checkbox determines whether variables should cascade, passing their values to the ordered items. If this checkbox is cleared, variable information entered in the order guide is not passed on to ordered items. 59. What are gauges? A gauge can be based on a report and can be put on a home page or a content page. 60. What do you mean by metrics in ServiceNow? Metrics record and measure the workflow of individual records. They provide tangible figures to measure processes, such as how long a ticket is reassigned or changes state. 61. How many types of searches are available in ServiceNow? The following types of searches are available. Lists, find records in a list. Global, text, search, find records in multiple tables from a single search field. Knowledge base, find knowledge articles. Navigation filter, filter items in the application navigator. Search screens form, like interface like for searching records in a table. 62. Which roles are used by knowledge management? Knowledge management uses these roles: knowledge, knowledge underscore admin, and admin. 63. How to create your own report? Navigate to reports, create new. In releases prior to Eureka, navigate to reports, view / run, and then click new. 64. How to activate the reporting engine? Set the glide.report.use underscore charting underscore v2 system property to true. 65. Name a few types of reports that you can generate: list, bar, pivot, pie, calendar. 66. How to control the script conditions of access control rules applying to a table's reference fields. Add glide.system underscore reference underscore row underscore check to the system properties and set it to true. 67. How to create an inbound email action? Navigate to system policy, email, inbound actions, and click new. 68. How does ServiceNow recognize inbound emails? Answer: via watermark or in reply to email header. If these are not present, ServiceNow recognizes an email containing a prefix in the subject line. 69. How to enable automatic user creation from email? Set the property glide.pop3reader job.create underscore caller to true in system properties. 70. How do you allow logged out users to trigger inbound email actions? Add the system property glide.pop3.process underscore logged underscore out and set it to true. 71. Which role is required to create and access the baseline? The baseline underscore admin role. 72. How to change the recipient limit in the email notifications? By letting the system property glide.email.smtp.max underscore recipients. 73. What is the difference between $URI and $URI underscore ref? $URI shows the word link. $URI underscore ref shows the display value of the record as the link text. 74. How to hide the watermark globally? Create a new property named glide.email.watermark.visible and set it to false. 75. What is a BSM map? A BSM or Business Service Management map graphically displays the configuration items (CIs) that support a business service and indicates their status. 76. In which table are update sets and customizations stored? Update sets are stored in the update set sys underscore update underscore set table. Customizations associated with update sets are stored in the sys underscore update underscore XML table. 77. What happens if a default update set is marked as complete? If the default update set is marked as complete, the system creates another update set named default1 and uses it as the default update set. 78. Are home pages and content pages added to update sets? No. Home pages and content pages are not added to update sets by default. They must be manually added to the current update set by unloading them. 79. What is a reference qualifier? Reference qualifiers are used to restrict the data that is selectable for a reference field. 80. What is performance analytics in ServiceNow? Performance analytics is an additional application in ServiceNow that allows customers to take snapshots of data at regular intervals and create a time series for any key performance indicator KPI. 81. How to disable client tractions. Set the glide.client.track underscore traction underscore timings property to false. 82. How to change the home page layout. Administrators can create or modify layouts by navigating to homepage admin layouts. 83. How to change the banner and list caption background color. Navigate to system properties, then CSS. 84. How to create a new role. Navigate to user administration, then role and click new. 85. Can I have more than one function listening to the same thing? Yes, but there is no guarantee of sequencing. The order of event handlers cannot be predicted. 86. Which method is used to get all the active and inactive records from a table? Add active query retrieves all active records. Add inactive query retrieves all inactive records. 87. How do you get the result set from two tables in the glide script? Use the method add join query brackets join table comma primary field comma join table field. 88. Which object is used to reference the currently active form in the client script? G underscore form. 89. Which object is used to refer to the currently logged in user in the client script? G underscore user. 90. How will you hide or show a field using client script? Use the method G underscore form dot set visible brackets field underscore name comma true or false close bracket. 91. What is a processing order for record ACL rules? Match the object against field ACL rules. Match the object against table ACL rules. The user must pass both field and table ACL rules to access a record. 92. How do you get the records of specified fields which are not null? Use the method add not null query bracket string field name. 93. How will you get all the records where the incident is having a category as hardware or software? var space gr is equal to new glide record brackets colon incident. Next var qc is equals to gr dot add query bracket colon category comma colon hardware. Then qc dot add or condition bracket colon category comma colon software gr dot query parenthesis semicolon. 94. How to set invalid queries to return empty result sets. Enable the property glide dot invalid underscore query dot returns underscore no underscore rows. 95. How to determine whether any field values in a record have changed. Use the changes method. 96. What is the difference between next parenthesis and underscore next parenthesis methods? Next moves to the next record in glide record. Underscore next provides the same functionality but is intended for tables with a column named next. 97. Which glide function is used to retrieve the number of rows of a table? Get row count. 98. What are the different states in an incident lifecycle? Typical states in an incident lifecycle are new. The incident is logged but not yet reviewed. In progress, the incident is being actively worked on. On hold, waiting for additional information or external dependencies. Resolved, the issue is fixed but not yet verified by the user. Closed, the resolution is verified but the incident is formally closed. 99. What is the difference between a service request and an incident? Service request, a formal user request for access to a service, product, or resource. Example, new software installation. Incident, an unplanned interruption to a service or a reduction in its quality. Example, server downtime. The key difference lies in their purpose. Service requests are planned, while incidents deal with unplanned issues. Question number 100. Explain the concept of scoped applications in ServiceNow. Scoped applications in ServiceNow are modular, independent applications with their own set of tables, scripts, and configurations. They improve data security and prevent conflicts by isolating resources. Scoped applications are commonly used for custom solutions or third-party integrations. For example, a partner developed HR application can exist in its own scope without affecting core ServiceNow functionalities. Coming to the last question, 101. What are notifications in ServiceNow and how are they triggered? Notifications in ServiceNow are used to send mail, email, SMS, or other alerts to users about system events. They are triggered by specific conditions such as a change in the state of a record or meeting a defined business rule. For example, a notification can be sent when an incident is assigned to a user. Notifications can be configured using templates, events, and advanced scripts. Thank you.